going. This Hangout is live, it says. Come on, turn on the little light. Sometimes you don't. There it is, live. Hey, Internet friends, MagicBrad, SynergyCafe. Do you have your coffee? I got my duck. Quack, quack. And today the topic of the day is spirituality at SynergyCafe. And I have a friend of mine, and her name is Rachael. And we're going to talk about some stuff and learn more about Rachael. And Rachael, are you there?
Yes, Brad, here I am.
There she is! Yay! She actually lives in Asheville here, so we're not really going long distance, but this is streaming across the internet. So that's fascinating, this internet thing. So, Rachael, I just asked some basic questions so we can get to know you, who you are, and know that you're a real person and all. And they're basically who, what, where, when, how, and why. So the first question is, who's Rachael? What's your name? Rachael Krieger.
My name is Rachael Beth Geiger, my maiden name, which I've reclaimed recently, having to rebirth myself once again, as many of us do, through different changes through life. But I'm happy to say that my name means a lot to me. Rachael is Hebrew, and so is Beth. Rachael means lamb or sheep. Beth means house of, and Geiger, my last name, is German, and it is German for fiddler or violinist. So my name actually means house of fiddling sheep, which I happily reclaim.
I like that. I like the image, too. I can just see these big fluffy sheep going.
Yes, playful, happy, joyous. That's me.
So do you have kids? You got little sheep?
I have one little sheep who is quickly growing into her own ewe, I suppose you can say. My daughter Sarah will be 14 in just a few months, and she's the apple of my eye and the delight of my heart.
There you go. So what do you like to do around Asheville? Like, you do writing and stuff, don't you? Aren't you like an author or a writer? Or...
I am. I'm an author, and I love to write. It is my creative muse, although I enjoy different ways of expressing myself through dance as well as music. I have been in Asheville for 20 years, and I've gotten to know a lot of people here. So I know many things about how Asheville had started out in 1994 and where it is today at the end of 2014. It went from a very sleepy little hideaway town that was nestled in these beautiful mountains to some place of a respite for people to come who are interested in spirituality, in art, in nature. It provides a sanctuary for life and has for since the beginning of the Earth's history, when these mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, were part of Pangaea, the oldest mountains in the world. And when they divided up, we have a lot of the same topography that Scotland does, that separation. There's a lot of magic here in these mountains, a lot of ways to connect with yourself, with the divine, and so that's why I think it draws people from all over the world to come and find the magic here at Asheville.
So you're a wealth of knowledge with that. I heard that these mountains are very old, and I know that when people ask me, how did you get to Asheville, I say it's the Asheville magnet. There's something that just draws people here. Usually they don't have no idea why they're here. They're just here, and this is a spiritual place, I can tell. So the next question is, what is it that you do specifically? I know that we talked a little bit earlier. You do some website stuff with WordPress and writing, but the spiritual aspect of it, you do some of that kind of thing. What do you do?
Well, this year I've gone through a significant change, which I think many of our population across the world is undergoing a great big spiritual awakening. So to reconnect with the self, to go inside, does a lot of inner reflection. And because I enjoy writing, I've been writing a lot about my own personal journey, about struggles that I have dealt with, how to step back from the situation and to look at it from a different perspective. And from my own experiences and talking with other people very openly and candidly about troubles they have with their relationship with themselves, with people that they enjoy, with people they don't enjoy, but that are in their lives anyway. I'm able to write articles that are very inspiring, that pull in part of what you need to be accountable for yourself, to be the change that you want to see in the world. So I do
Okay.
a lot of one-on-one work, and then from that, write through blogging and different published articles in the area.
Okay, so you might maybe you might interview someone like I'm doing now, and then write something for them that they would use for some purposes.
Absolutely.
I
I
get it.
Yes, I
So,
help people market their message and promote their passion.
see, that's very, very key. I'm probably going to have you write something for me because I was just talking with Monica that that's part of my challenge is my communication. I speak what's in my head, and my head is very visionary. I talk about stuff that's way out there. So when I speak, people don't grasp it because there's no starting point. I start them way out here in the cosmos. And I think it needs to be scaled back so you can start with steps and get to that vision. But sometimes I don't do my own conversation very well. Anyways, the next question is where? Where do you do this? Do you have like a little cozy little green room or something that you have your tea and write, or do you do it in coffee shops, or where do you write?
I work from my home, and often I'm writing either on my front porch or in my kitchen, sometimes in my bedroom, but usually it is in the solitude where I'm not interrupted by other phone calls or people coming in and distracting me because I go very deeply inside. I connect with the higher divinity that's within each of us to find the inspiration and the connection that we all have with each other, to be able to promote things that I've learned from other people and through self-expression and
See,
experience.
already my mind is going, my marketing entrepreneurial mind is thinking about like writers' workshops and retreats because I was thinking, do you ever go up in the mountains up here in some of these beautiful resorts and kind of unplug for the weekend and just write, 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 write?
It's funny you should mention that. Ironically, yes, there is a beautiful healing place about 45 minutes from where I live called Hot Springs, North Carolina. And it is nestled in Madison County, which is the jewel of the Blue Ridge Mountains here. The drive there is exquisite, so it already gets you involved in nature when you're taking these beautiful switchbacks through the mountain paths and have to go 20 miles an hour to just absorb all the beautiful trees and landscape and things that unfold before you on this journey to this healing place. So I love to go to Hot Springs. I am having a retreat there for the same, to invite the same type of nurturing, intuitive experience with other professional women who are driven to love themselves and provide that wellspring of joy to the people that they encounter on a daily basis.
That's interesting. I know what you're talking about, Hot Springs. My wife, Monica, that you know, she's done retreats up there in that area. There's a place called River Dance. Do you know of that place?
I have not been to Riverdance. No, you have to tell me
Beautiful
about
place. I have to connect you with Callie. It's beautiful. A-frame, all natural wood, way up on top, and then it looks over the river. And when the sun is bouncing off the river, the light is beaming up and twinkling. And when it's foggy up there, it's almost like Machu Picchu. All the
it.
fogs in
Oh,
the mountains. It's really cool. So it's
excellent.
just right up there. I'll have to connect you with that place. But so who, where, when is your retreat? When do you do your work? Do you work in the morning? Are you better in the morning or man at night? Are you Monday through Friday and take the weekends off? Or when do you do your work?
I write when I am inspired to write, which is
Perfect.
following that artist's muse, keeping myself available for when that hits. It
Okay.
could be in the middle of the night. It could be first thing in the morning. There's no pattern.
Okay, I've got one other question. This is the big one, and then I want to talk more about your retreat and stuff because I'm always interested in that kind of stuff. I've got an events background, so I think that it's important that we get to know, like, and trust people via the internet, and then we reconnect as humans and get in touch with each other at live events. So the last question is the big why. Why do you do this? Why don't you like join the army, or why aren't you like a pole vaulter in the Olympics, or why are you writing? Why do you want to write about what you write about?
Writing is an art form that I identify with that helps me tap into the biggest part of the inaccessible, the previously inaccessible piece. So through art, and each of us are artists and creators. being able to find what part we identify with, and it could be a rainbow assortment of different ways that we find to tap into ourselves, to go deeply within. For me, that is writing. It always has been since I was very young. I've enjoyed writing throughout the decades of my life on different subjects, specifically with marketing the past decade of my life, and helping, prior to that, helping plan goals and timelines for personal centered planning for individuals with mental health problems. So I've written lots of different types of policies and procedures, different ways to find and maintain a timeline for your goals. So because of the spiritual awakening I've had this year specifically, I've gone deeply within, and now that is the love that I have found, that I have claimed, that I want to share and poetically invite others to find the same joy.
I get it. I'm not a big writer myself because I'm not that fast and I don't write very nice, but my wife just loves to journal and she just writes, and then she reads books and gobbles them up and then writes stuff out. She's like just a conduit for information. It sounds kind of like you're the same, maybe the other way around as far as putting the information out via writing as opposed to taking it in and reading. So we're about 10 minutes after 9, 11 minutes after 9, and I don't like to do these too long because everybody's got busy lives. I just like to get the essence out so that people know and understand who you are. And then what I do with these is I beam them up to YouTube and put some respective links in there so that when people are Googling around and looking for stuff, they find you. So that's the big why question. Let's talk more about your retreat and your concept. And I had some ideas because my mind, I'm a Gemini, so I've got part of my brain is listening, the other part is creating. And I just met a guy the other day that does photo tours. He's a photographer, and he does these tours around Asheville where you bring your camera. And that's an extra revenue stream for him, where he does these tours. Have you thought about doing like journaling tours, where they grab your notebook and your pen, and we walk around Asheville and look at certain places, or go up into the mountains and journal? Do like journaling tours?
Yes. Actually, I have a very close friend of mine who does specifically these workshops called Write and Walk. Her name is Nina Hart, and she will be with me on the retreat from June 1st to 3rd, 2015, providing that opportunity for the people that attend the retreat. So
that's fascinating, yes, because I had no idea. I had no idea. The cosmos
that
is
segues very well. Yes, I have a lot of wonderful people that are here. We're going to be having some belly dancing, some yoga with Michelle Dion, some sacred intuitive painting with Kaylina Michaela, some lovely folks, some guided meditation, and then I'm going to help folks understand how to put the essence of what they love about themselves, what they value about themselves, and what they respect about themselves into their business.
Well, that's really cool. When we're done with this, send me any links or dates and things, and I can put those on there also. And then what I do with the YouTube videos, I put that into my blog posts, and I propagate that out to the internet. And just a little plug for myself. Some people wonder why I don't charge for what I'm doing. I make my money other ways, and these things I just do because it's, I'm looking for content, you're providing content, and then I get to put it out to my audience, and my audience gets to hear things. So it helps you because I put it out there, and it helps me because I get content. So that's how this works, in case anyone's kind of wondering. But so it's quarter after. I want to kind of close it out if there's anything else that you want to say, and then after we can sit and chat a little bit more. I'd like to learn more about your retreat and what you got going on with it. So is there anything else you want to add before you go?
I just wanted to thank you so much, Brad, for this opportunity. I've known you for a couple years now and know you to be a fabulous, wonderful, heart-driven, networking entrepreneur that is savvy technically, and I just admire you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Alrighty. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and thank you, Rachel, for spending the time. This is the morning time right here in the Asheville area, Eastern time. And it's only been about 15 minutes, so we're going to sign off. And if you want to know more about me, you can just Google the keyword MagicBrad, and you can see on this video, Rachel will have links and things to access her. And I'm sure if you just Google Rachael Asheville, you'll find her. because that's her name. Rachael Beth.
Mm-hmm.
Do we do that as one word, Rachel?
Rachael Beth, that's a great opportunity. I'll think about that.
Yeah, I can brand that, because pretty much if you just put any word behind MagicBrad as one word, you'll find me, and you'll find something attached to it, no matter what word it is. I got a whole dictionary on the blogs. Okay, so I'm going to sign off. Thanks again, Beth, for spending the time, and thank you all for watching. Peace, love, and happiness. Enjoy your world.